Greetings to everybody. We're being Caribbean tonight, man. We are having a little Caribbean flavor. For those who don't know, I am Dr. Willie Jolley, and this is the beautiful
Dee.
We're the authors of the book, Make Love,
Make Money,
Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. And we are the Jolley. Want to welcome you to Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, the broadcast. This is the book that launched it all, and we hope you all go get a copy at jollymarriage.com. Get 2 copies, one for you and one for your significant other. We were last Monday night eating grilled lobster by the poolside and Devi Little Bay in St. Maarten. We want to encourage everybody to look up Devi Little Bay Resort in St. Maarten. St. Martin's considered to be, their theme is that we are the friendliest island, or the friendly island. And Devi Little Bay is thought to be, or they say they're the friendliest resort on the friendly island. And they could not have been nicer to us. And we just had a wonderful time, didn't we?
Yes, dear.
We did. Okay. And you were cute as you could be.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome, you little cute thing.
Thank you, dear.
We had a great time. She did water aerobics every day, and she did yoga, and she never walked. She never snorkeled with me, even though I took a snorkel for her. She never.
And where would I go into 25 feet deep water?
No. You could have gone into the shallow part. There were fishies everywhere.
No.
That's why I know you didn't go. Anyway, welcome TK Johnson from. Where are you from, TK? Are you from? Where? I don't know where you're from. Anyway, welcome.
Hi.
And let's see, Swift Future Tech joined.
Future
awesome.
Tech.
And those who might be joining us are coming on. Okay, let's talk about this week's message. You know, for the last few weeks, we've been talking about the 5 marriage busters. From Miami, Florida. Welcome. We're talking about the 5 marriage busters that break up marriage. We talked about communication. We talked about finances. And we were stuck on sex. We did 3 sessions on sex and how that is an issue and how it consistently breaks up a lot of marriages. We're going to kind of deviate tonight because we want to really dig into some of the things that we were able to be blessed with the conversations with some very wonderful folks in St. Maarten who
hi TK. Oh, Miss D. Hi, that's so nice.
It's the wonderful relationships we've had with people. In fact, one of the couples that we had lunch with, and they're dear friends of ours in St. Maarten.
I've been married for 51 years.
51 years.
She was 17 and he was 24.
Now, there's more to the story, though. They are East Indian, and they were joined together in an arranged marriage by their parents.
So, culture, very different.
Very different
than Western culture.
And it's so interesting, though. There were lessons to be learned that any married couple could glean great lessons from this couple who, before they got married, they hadn't known each other a month. I think they said they got married. She
got married 30 days after they met.
Wow.
But they went for a walk for 15 minutes for
tell us
Dial to determine if he might be interested in her. The arranged marriage, she had just finished school. Well, I guess high school. She was 17.
Right.
And her father communicated with the
matchmaker
to say 17-year-old. They were in Malaysia. She's from Malaysia. And sent out the information to the matchmaker. And they came back with Alwani.
The Alwani family.
They had to meet. And it's not just the 2 of them, but it is the family. And so Varsha said she was 17. They met in a country club setting, kind of like out in the garden area, and he came with 24 family members.
24.
24 family members who each took a turn to come and sit and talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And her mother has said to her, if you don't know an answer to a question that you asked, just
And
smile. And don't say anything. Which she did
A few times.
24 a few times.
Right.
And then after all the relatives had a conversation with her, Dial's father said, now take her for a walk.
Yes.
For 15 minutes. And then come back and tell me what you think.
Wow.
That was their total interaction before they got married.
That was that total connection. But here's what is interesting. Now I'm gonna read a piece from the book. I want to say hello to Linda because they in Greenbrier. Woo, y'all are getting around. Y'all
it's
in the
fancy Greenbrier.
We've been there a number of times, and that's nice. Very nice resort in. Is it West Virginia or Virginia?
I thought it was Virginia.
Virginia, or Greenbrier, whatever. It's beautiful. Okay, let me read this piece because they're in our book. Western marriages versus Eastern marriages. We are friends with an East Indian couple, Dial and Varka Alwani of St. Maarten, who've been married at that point was over 40 years. They're now 51. And they have shared with us their observations about Western versus Eastern marriages. They believe the reason for the high divorce rate in the Western culture is because we start off hot for each other, but cool off over time. While in Eastern cultures, they start off cold, but get hot over time. People from their Eastern cultures have arranged marriages. They must learn to like the spouse their parents choose for them to marry. Their parents say, this is the type of person where we know this child better than anybody else. And the divorce rate in Western cultures, like America and England, where we choose who we will marry, is around 50%. The divorce rate in Eastern cultures, like East India and Malaysia, where they have arranged marriages, is about 5%. Now, I cannot confirm scientifically that this is the reason people in the Eastern cultures have such low divorce rates, but I can say that people in Western cultures often divorce because they don't seek their parents' counsel or wise counsel or other wise counsel in general on who they should marry. Sometimes parents can be wrong about your intended spouse, but it is good at least to seek their counsel so you can have their input of those who should know you best. Woo!
I think it's interesting with the Eastern culture is that the emphasis is on the family. So you're not just marrying the individual. It is the whole family. So the family dynamics is very important.
Very.
And then I thought it was very interesting that after they had walked around for 15 minutes, and then Alwani went back to his dad, and his dad said, what do you think? And Vasha was saying she could see them, and he was like, I'm not really sure or whatever, based on his mannerisms. His father actually prompted him to say yes.
Yeah.
And that all of this going on in that first meeting, right? That the father pulls out this gigantic engagement ring. I mean, like the size of the iris of the eye.
He said it was huge.
She still wears it.
Still wears it.
And put it on her finger as the engagement.
Right.
And said, okay. And there'll be a wedding in 30 days.
Wow. Now, a couple things though. They've been married 51 years and they speak so lovingly of each other. I mean, just lovingly.
So great respect.
And two lessons we want to share with you that came out is the great respect that they have for each other. She respects him. He respects her.
And they're very kind.
They are very kind
to each other.
Terrence said jobs and businesses demand loyalty. However, and relationships, it seems not a top priority. That's right, Terrence. Loyalty is a big word, but they respect each other, they're loyal to each other, and they care for each other, and they got each other's back. And they have built a huge,
very successful
family business.
Generational
wealth business. Children, grandchildren. They have major, massive jewelry stores. One in St. Martin's, one in Aruba, one in Miami, one in I think he said there's another one. They have another one in like Beirut or somewhere like that. So this is
they're tri-coastal. Is that a word?
Not tri-coastal, internet.
In terms of all the different places where they have homes.
Oh yeah, they have homes in different places and
India,
Miami, St. Martin, and Aruba. And so just amazing how now that's one of the lessons was about respect. Folks, if you want to have a great marriage, you must start working on respect for each other. And how do you get respect? That's a good question. How do you get respect? Because people can lose respect. How do you get respect for each other? Well, part of that being respectful is doing what you say you're going to do. That respect
keeping your word.
Keeping your word. It's doing what you say you're going to do. Keep your word. And when you keep your word, it creates respect. And when you don't, people lose respect. So respect is a critical part of the marriage. And then how do you get the respect? Keep your word. Do what you say you're going to do. TK said,
you're respectful to each other.
She said, this is sitting home. I'm not going to say what the next part, I guess people can see in chat. You took your ring off. Well, look, we hope you will look at, I'm glad you tuned in tonight. But we want you to learn how to get to a point where you put that ring back on and y'all can heal. What we recommend, we've had a number of people who had some real issues on their way to divorce court. We recommended they get 2 copies of the book and read it together. And at the end of each chapter, talk about it. One of those couples called us and said it saved their marriage. Not only that, but it enhanced, and now they're just doing great.
You know, sometimes when you say get 2 copies of the book, one person is not even interested in reading it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if one person reads it and gets a basic aha.
No, I don't want to recommend that.
No, I'm not.
I know what you're saying. I know what I'm saying. But listen, here's how it's about selling. Okay, just like I sold you on becoming an entrepreneur. The person who, somebody came by, I won't say his name, and he said, I don't think my wife will read it. I said, here's what you do. You say to your wife, I'm talking to the Jollies, or listen to them on TV, or watch them online. I like their ideas, but I want your opinion.
And sometimes it takes a while to get it going. So that doesn't mean that the person who bought the 2, because one is not initially.
Oh, you should read it. Yeah, we had another couple. We had another couple who the wife refused to read it after the husband bought it. She just refused to read it. But he read it, and it has impacted not only his life but his relationship,
because she saw a change in him.
That's right. So
that's what
I say. I got you. So get 2 copies, and then read. Hopefully, y'all will read it together. But if hand it to the person, say, I want your opinion. Don't say you need this or you got to read this. Nobody got to do anything. I love what I told the group in St. Martin. I spoke while I was there. I told them something. I said, you know, many people say, I got to go to work. I got to cook dinner for the family. I got to get up early to get to the gym. I got to. No. Change your conversation from I got to I get to go to work.
So it's a privilege. It's an honor.
I get to cook family dinner for my family who I love. I get to take my wife to St. Martin. I get to do the things. Amen. So That's what we recommend. JollyMarriage.com gets you covered. Now let's talk about Senior Terrence says. Terrence says, virtue is the opposite of disrespect is respect. And you know, many times people disrespect is that they don't give you acknowledgement. They don't acknowledge you or give you proper valuation. You're valuable, and everybody needs to feel valued.
You know, sometimes I think though that the behaviors that we've identified as unpleasant or not supportive of relationships are things that are learned. We each bring our culture to this whole new relationship.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of like, oh my God, why are they behaving this way?
He's so cute.
Thank you. That's because of what the culture that they have come from. It's so great to have a sense of humor. It just does wonders for the relationship.
Anyway,
so sometimes you have in the relationship one person who is negative because that's what they learn.
That's all they know.
So we can then unlearn it, right?
You can unlearn. We've seen people
unlearn it because you change your words. You have to be conscious of it.
So I get to
change your words.
Right. I get to do with this. I get to do that. And so that's one thing. Now, respect. The other thing we learned from them, this was one of the things I wanted to make sure we discussed tonight. She talked about how they've had some disagreements over the years. She said one time we had a very, very heated conversation, something about the kids. It was something, but it was family. He's big on family. And so she said, what I decided to do was say, okay.
Which she was instructed by her father.
That's right. Say, okay, and let it calm. Let it calm before you try and push your agenda. And she said, I would say, okay. And then later, she would say, let's revisit.
So now that everyone is calm.
That's right.
Let's revisit.
She said, let's revisit. And then she said,
when you said thus and so.
Yes.
This is how that made me feel.
Oh.
And I was thinking about this. So when you're in a heated thing, y'all are butting heads. So that's not going to change anything.
Right. So
you're
we'll go back
squaring off in your corners and you're just ready to fight. Have an opportunity to calm down.
You're right. All right. Fine. She said, I'll say, okay, you're right. Fine. And he calmed down later. A little later, she'll say, now I want to revisit my perspective because we didn't get to that. And she said, often he'll say, you know what? You're so right. Oh, they really do. He and she are just amazing. And she said, he's such a good man. I'm so grateful for him. And she's more talkative like you are. Yeah,
and
he's
effusive and outgoing, and he's more conservative like I am.
Yeah. Terrence has a friend of mine's wife left her husband and got a dog. She loves that dog. The dog does not pay any bills, but the dog shows her affection. She supplies the dog with everything it needs, food, rent, takes the dog to the doctor. I find that amazing that she can treat an animal better than she can treat a human being. I think dog can teach us a lot about relationship. Hey, Terrence, you said one thing I want you not to get. She got a dog, and the dog showed her affection. Boom! That was it. It wasn't the fact that the dog, she treats the dog different because the dog, she does better. It's because
always there, always loving the dog.
Tail is always wagging. The tail is
always happy to see you.
Yes. So look, it's about showing affection. You see how I'm showing her affection. Husbands, check me out. I'm always telling her how good she looks, how sweet she is, how much she turns me on. And I'm telling her that all the time. Oh, when you walk by me, oh, woo, oh, oh. And you know what? That makes a difference because I'm showing her affection. And then she reciprocates, and we have a great time together. We were only apart from each other in St. Maarten early in the morning when she would go to the yoga. I slept late. And the one time I went to Phillipsburg to exchange
and you went snorkeling.
and
When
I
you
went
were
snorkeling. She wouldn't go with me. She wouldn't go with me
I
to
was on the
snorkel.
beach, but I mean, or I was
at
by
the
the
pool,
pool, but
yeah.
no, I wasn't doing the snorkeling and looking at the barracudas.
The
No.
barracuda. I must confess, I was good with the stingrays because they were down at the bottom of the ocean. I could see, but when that barracuda got close, whoo, brother man said I lost a lot of my manhood right that moment. I had to make my way back to that beach, and I got there quick. I was a swimming because as a guy came out after me, he said that's a big barracuda. I said yeah. He said now my father, who was a scuba diver, said they don't bite till they do. I didn't take the chance that they don't bite. I got away from it.
And my question to you is, okay, how long are you gone?
Yeah, she'd say, how long? When do you expect to be back? Because you're not back by then. I'm a cash in the insurance payment.
I have to send out the search party.
So anyway, the Alwanis really were a blessing. I had to take notes on how they were, one, loyal, and two was the fact that they let it calm down before they had intense arguments. Let it calm.
Or intense fellowship.
Intense fellowship. Next, I want to talk about one more couple that we're impressed with over the last 24 hours.
Thank you, Mrs. Boardley.
Hello, Mrs. Boardley. We love Mrs. Boardley. Great marriage. I mean, not marriage.
Wedding planner.
If you got somebody getting married, she can put on a great wedding.
Put on a show.
Woo! Wonderful. Olympia. What's the name of it? It's not Olympia Boardley.
Royal treatment.
You put it in the chat for me.
Yeah.
Olympia. Put it in the chat. So we can shout you out. Now, Bob and Dole and Elizabeth Dole. Mm. Bob Dole died yesterday. Mm. They were married today. He died yesterday. Today would have been their 49th.
Their 47th.
47th wedding anniversary.
Okay.
Maybe it's 47, 48, 49, somewhere in there. But here's the thing. There was an interview that they did some time ago. I think they replayed it today, and we put it in the book. That they said, what's the secret to a happy marriage that you would give to a young couple? And he said, your first goal as a spouse should be to take care of the needs of your spouse. Orbs, okay, ORBS, Orbs Royal Treatment. That's it. Orbs, ORBS Royal Treatment. Yeah, y'all Google her. Or go to her website. Now, take care of the needs of your spouse first, and then be concerned about your needs. And then she responded, right, find the things that turn your spouse on and give them surprises. Give them goodies. Give them.
So it's a cycle, really. If you're taking care of the needs of your spouse first, and your spouse is taking care of your needs first,
boom.
It's a great cycle.
It's a great cycle, folks. If you would just learn that, listen, all of these, send this to people.
Unselfishness.
Yeah, send this link, send this show on YouTube, find it, go and send it to people who are struggling in their relationship, because these are basic principles. Look, principles work over and over again. You throw a rock up 100 times, it comes down 100 times because of a principle called gravity. Now, if you are respectful to each other, how do you get respect? Do what you say you're going to do over and over again. D, I just say this not for impressing you, but to impress upon you. I kept my word to you in the 36 years we've been married.
Yes.
What did I tell you I was going to do my first year?
After I lived in my mother-in-law's attic?
After you lived in my mother-in-law's, my mama's attic. What did I say I would do in a year if you did?
Buy a house.
Bought our house. The house we living in now. Now it's been renovated, it's expanded, it's grown. But this house, I bought a year to the day.
So we set goals.
Not about the goals. It's about keeping your word.
Yes.
All right, that's what I want the people to do. Keep your word. Say what you're going to do and do what you say, and just do it. That gets your spouse respect. She has always kept her word to me. You know, she does what she says she's going to do, and I know that she got my back. So, folks, this is important.
I do have to. I will add here. It doesn't mean it's always easy.
No, it's not easy.
So the reality is, when people make it seem like, oh, it's just a piece. Some things you need to do, you've committed to do it, but it's not necessarily easy.
No, it's not easy. It's critical. It's not easy. That's why, look, life is about those hard things. The harder you are on yourself, the easier life is on you.
Yes.
The easier you are on yourself, the harder his life is on you. So you got to be tough on yourself and say, I'm going to keep my word. If I can't keep the word, I won't say it.
Yes.
All right. I won't say it. I'll say I'll try. I'll give it my best shot. But when I told her a year from today, I promise you'll have a house. She had the house. And I said, done. And every time I've tried to do something, I kept my word. That's generated that respect. Folks, gentlemen, ladies, do this. Respect. Do what you say you're going to do. Next is be loyal, which Terrence has talked about, and being loyal to each other. And then third, when you're upset, when you're disagreeing, don't have to win the argument right then. You don't have to win it like that.
Okay, we talk about.
You can wait a little later.
We talked about that before. Do you want to win or do you want to be happy?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. That's good, Dee.
Because everything does not require that I have to be the victor. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. But we were happy because what we end up doing is we compromise.
Yes.
Which Biddy and Dexter talked about in the book. Oh, if you haven't gotten the book, get 2 copies. Get 2 copies. Get 2 copies. Get the bundle. Go get the bundle. That's what I want people to do because it's going to save so many marriages. Go to jollymarriage.com, jollymarriage.com. Get the bundle, 2 books, 2 workbooks, audio book, and a seminar on CD. Because we want people to save their marriages. We got people who are struggling. We have another couple who just sent me a text this week who said, we've been fighting over finances and we thought of using your, and it's better. It makes sense. Now he asked me a simple question. What do you do when there's something outside of what you budgeted, like a vacation or something? I said, you sit down and you talk about it. You talk about it and say, now how are we going to pay it? You pay this much. It's a conversation.
And then also, if you know you want to have a vacation, then you could start another account specifically aside for special vacations, Christmas money, that kind of thing.
So one of the things we want people to do is during these next few weeks is have more conversations. Just have a conversation and have open and honest without being critical of your spouse. Say,
you know what? It'd be great to have. I know you're saying I'm going to have money conversations. This is a very challenging time of year.
But having conversations, whether it's money, whether it's sex, whether it's what you want, I just want you to talk more and talk about what it is that will make you happy.
And we're going to talk about
finances. She's going to get to the money. I know that she's going to come to the money. My poor son came over to visit yesterday, and his mama said, now we got to have a weekly conversation about money because our Wani's talk to their children about money. Look.
Legacy.
All right. TK, you will be happy again. This is we are very we want people to be happy, and you can be, okay?
Yes.
Terrence got it. 3 pots of money. You got 3 options, and it works. If you work it, it'll work. Oh, our time is up. Our time is up.
Start talking.
Ooh, this was a good one. This was a good one. I love this. I hope y'all will share this.
You know what? If you don't know where to start talking, in the book, there are all kinds of places you can just pick an area.
That's right.
And say, let's read. And you'll start a conversation about it.
That's right.
The key is conversation.
How you like her ring? It's fake. Didn't care.
I haven't worn my ring in 2 years. So the Awani's, the jewelry store where I got my ring, they fixed it because I was afraid to wear it. That the diamond.
That big old diamond her husband brought her at our 10th anniversary. Cause. When we got married, we had no money for a ring for either one of us. Did we?
Well, no.
No,
We didn't
have no money. Okay.
No.
We didn't have no money. We lived in my mama's attic for a year, but a year later,
we bought a house.
We bought a house first.
A ring or a house?
We bought a house first.
A ring or a house?
There you go. And then the second year anniversary, we had a wedding. We paid for it. Okay. And third year, we bought rings.
No, it was longer than that.
And maybe fourth year. It was quite a ways.
And we didn't start with this one. We
got a little teeny weeny.
We kind of grew.
That little diamond was about that big for her. I mean, you couldn't see it. Can you see the diamond? But you know what? We bought it. But we bought it in St. Martin. Mm-hmm. And then at the 10th anniversary, with 10th,
we upgraded. That's
we
what
upgraded.
We did.
And then we upgraded. Again, if you go to St. Martin, you go to Shiva's. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva's jewelry right on Front Street. They're the Awanis. They will, you tell them you're a friend of the Jollies, they will hook you up. I'm telling you, hook you up. Now, what we did was we upgraded. We've upgraded twice, haven't we?
I think so. Maybe my diamonds in my ears. Maybe that's it too.
But that ring was
but we had other things. I had bracelets,
but we kept
consolidated stuff.
So,
yes.
But you know what, folks, and they will take the one you got back
trade that in
for the full value you paid for it.
Right.
You can't beat it. They're so sweet. They're good people, but they understand business. Mm-hmm. Walk in. Hey, what would you like to drink? Soft drink. What would you like to drink? What would you like? Make yourself comfortable. They make you feel comfortable. And
they make
everybody feel important.
Not just us. Everyone is special. And everybody. That's true. Everybody
we went to
special.
Lunch. We went to lunch at a Indian restaurant, and there was another couple of four or five people there, and they said, "Hi, they've been to our shop. How are you doing?" And we all sat down on our table. They were already eating. They said to the waiter, "We got both this. We got all bills."
Just a wow.
And then they said, "Oh, the lady across the hall, who was
an artist,
had
a studio and provided classes.
A St. Martin resident, a St. Martin native, and she said, and we want to order some food for her too. They are giving, generous, folks, and they talk about loyalty and family. Look, we had a great time. We learned, always learning, and I got to speak while I was there for the folks at DV Little Bay, and we had a great time.
And I will add, when you ask the question about goals, okay?
Wow.
And so I want to say here, couples, when you're talking as you prepare for the next year, what are the goals that you want to do together? What are your goals? What are your goals? And then what goals do you want to work on together? And I think that's something that we should talk about, just in terms of how we Damon Johnson said with his wife is sexy.
One of the sexiest things you can do, most sensual things he can do with his wife is set goals. Folks, we're gonna make sure y'all have some other broadcast. Share this video, share this broadcast, share this link, share this with everybody you know, because we want more people's marriages to be like ours. I got the hustle. I'm gonna shut that. All right, we got to go. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is Dee Taylor-Jolley.
We're the authors of the book, Make Love,
Make Money,
Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We hope you will all enjoy this book. Get them for Christmas gifts to people you know right now. Go to jollymarriage.com. Get bunches of them. Get 10, 20, 30. We want you to get lots of them and send them to your folks who need help and love, okay? We got to go. Thank y'all so much. Hey, we're going out with our song. Thank you, Terrence. Yeah, goal setting is sexy. You're right. Look, we're going out with our song of Close to You from my jazz album. Hope you'll enjoy it. God bless y'all. See you later.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you? And why do stars fall down from the sky?